Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you're watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end to understand this solely to take your decision. Your one like will motivate me to be regular in working more hard for you. So let us start the day to analyze the movements of natural gas futures in different time frames. So friends, here you can see a monthly chart of natural gas futures. So here you can see that how the natural gas futures have been facing stiff resistance after testing a high at the levels of 6.315, from where we have seen a sharp sell-off which continued during this week. And here I find that during the last 3 days we have seen a steep fall in natural gas futures, which is visible even in the monthly move here. So here you can see that currently the natural gas futures look at a very decisive juncture, because here I find that if the natural gas futures are not able to hold the levels of $5.226 before this weekly closing, this fall could continue during the upcoming week, where I find that this exhaustion could go multi-fold during the upcoming week. So friends, now let me zoom this portion for you. So friends, here you can see that how the natural gas futures have seen sharp selling from the peak of $6.314 what it tested this Tuesday. Since then we have seen this selling spree to continue, which is still intact. So here I find that this exhaustion could go after the announcement of this week's inventory, where I find that natural gas futures could even test the levels of $5.257. So friends, here I find that if the natural gas futures are not able to hold the levels of $5.246 before this weekly closing, we'll see this exhaustion to continue during the upcoming week. So friends, this is a monthly chart. So here I would like to tell you that don't confuse this with a weekly or a daily chart. So here you can see that finally the natural gas futures could find a support here at the 9 days moving average amid this fall, which is currently at the levels of $4.365, and the second support will be at the levels of $3.874. The main trading zone could be this one, what I have constructed for my previous video. So friends, now let me zoom out. So friends, now let us check this move in a weekly time frame. So here in a weekly time frame, here you can see that how the natural gas futures have seen a sharp sell-off from these levels and currently trading well below a stiff resistance, which is currently at the levels of $5.580. So friends, here I find that if the natural gas futures find a sustained move well below the levels of $5.572, in today's move we'll see a sharp downward move up to the levels of $5.2, what the natural gas futures could test before this weekly closing. So friends, here you can see that how the natural gas futures behaved during the past 3 weeks in a very indecisive way. So friends, here I find that the main trading zone in a weekly time frame will be this one, what I have already explained in my previous video when I constructed this trading range, when I explained that a breakout or a breakdown out of this trading range will confirm the final direction move of the natural gas futures. So here you can see that how a breakout above this range. So friends, here you can see that how a sustained move above this trading range pushed the natural gas futures above the psychological resistance at $6. And finally, the natural gas futures tested a high at the levels of $6.314 on Tuesday, and since then we have seen a steep fall in natural gas futures, which pushed the natural gas futures back up to the levels of $5.572. So friends, here I find that if the natural gas futures are not able to hold a major support at the levels of $5.247 till this weekly closing, we'll see this exhaustion to continue, where I find that next week could be extremely volatile, where the natural gas futures could show an extremely volatile move from below the levels of $5.394 and could test the lower end of this trading range, which is at the levels of $4.844. So friends, now let's check this move in a daily time frame. So here in a daily time frame, where you can see that how the formation of indecisive candle on September 28 got confirmation with the formation of this bearish candle on September 29th, where the natural futures have finally found some support at the 9 days moving average in the daily time frame. So friends, here I would like to tell you that this is a live chart analysis. So friends, here you can see that the natural futures have finally found a support at the 9 days moving average, which is currently at the levels of the 5.507. So friends, here I find that a bit down below the 9 days moving average could push the natural futures to test new lows where the immediate support can be seen at the levels of the 5.411, and the next support will be at the levels of the 5.069. So friends, here I find that the last two trading sessions of this week could be very decisive for the natural gas futures, because here I find that if the natural gas futures close this week well below the levels of the 4.697, we'll see this fall to continue. So friends, now let's check this move in an hourly time frame. So here in an hourly time frame, here you can see that how the natural gas futures started to move downward after testing a high at the $6.315 on Tuesday, which followed by a steep downward move when the natural futures tested a low at the $5.869 on September 28, and since then the natural futures have been facing stiff resistance well at the levels of $5.952. So friends, here I find that the level of the $5.952 could be a decisive level where I find that still the natural futures have been trading well below the lower end of Ichimoku cloud. So here you can see that how the natural futures have finally found a breakdown below the lower end of Ichimoku cloud. So here you can see that how the natural futures have been sustaining well below the levels of $5.604. This looks evident enough for the continuity of this fall up to the levels of $5.312 in today's move. And here I find that if the natural futures are not able to hold the levels of the 5.312 today, we will see a sharp fall to continue till this weekly closing. So friends, here I find that during the last two trading sessions, when the natural futures could see the impact of the announcement of inventory on Thursday at 10:30 a.m., where I find that the natural futures could be extremely volatile after the announcement of this week's inventory. So friends, here I find that the median point of this trading zone will be at the $5.433, and on the upper side the natural futures could find immediate resistance at the $5.604, and the next resistance will be at the $5.653, and the third resistance will be at the $5.855, and the final resistance will be at the $6, where only a sustained move above the psychological resistance at $6 could continue this rally, but here I find that the natural futures could remain under selling pressure well below the levels of the 5.546. Friends, here I find that if the natural futures are not able to hold the levels of the 5.312 after the announcement of this week's inventory, we'll see a sharp fall to continue where the natural futures could test the immediate support at the levels of the 5.047, and the next support will be at the levels of the 5, and the third support will be at the lower end of this expected trading zone for the post inventory moves, where I find that a bit down below the levels of the 4.744 could continue this downward move during the upcoming week. So thank you friends, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.